In this video, we're talking about how you can build a custom web application in literally 20 minutes using Lovable and n8n. You heard me right, like literally 20 minutes. This used to take me like months, honestly years for my past business. And what I'm going to show you, you can get it done in like 1/1000th of the time. This is freaking insane. I wish this technology was around when I spent all this time building it out myself. I'm first going to start with a demo of how this works, and then we're going to break into a couple real life examples that I've used to tremendous success with my past business so that hopefully you can get some inspiration, maybe copy that and implement it into your own business. The first thing that I want to talk about though is the pricing with Lovable.dev. Lovable is an application to allow you to like vibe code or essentially code through just natural language. So you can just type in a prompt here and it will literally go ahead and build out web applications for you. And obviously, yeah, really cool stuff. The pricing, you can start for free and then it quickly goes up to a paid plan. The one thing about it is that it is quite expensive. It says $20 a month for the starter plan here. And what I love about this is how vague they are when it comes to the usage of this $20 a month. But if you hover over this question mark here, you get 100 different prompts. And when I say prompts, I mean, you get 100 different messages here. So you could burn through this in like one single day, and then it scales up quite quickly to $50 a month at 250 prompts. Again, you could potentially burn through that in a given day as well. If you saw my ChatGPT usage log, you'd know that I probably go through this many search requests every single day as it is. So I'm sure this could go by pretty quickly, and then it gets pricier. So just be mindful of the prompts, but you can start for free. Here's the example that I built out in this particular video, which is an AI social media post generator, which you could essentially provide to your clients and allow them to be able to generate posts for their social media platforms every single day. Maybe you put this as a paid monthly SaaS subscription in combination with other AI tools that you roll out, which just allows them to generate really quickly social media posts such as LinkedIn or X or Instagram or Facebook or whatever the case may be. So let's go ahead and test this out. First of all, I'm going to type in the industry, which is technology, and then I'm going to type in my company name here, Automatable. We help people automate 6, 7, 8 figure businesses. And I'm actually just going to give my personal website here, and then I'll generate a LinkedIn post. We have the ability to generate like custom posts where the user can actually like describe the exact post that they want to generate, or they could just choose a generic post from a dropdown. In this case, I'm just going to choose a generic post. And then what's going to happen is it's going to hit this particular scenario in the back end here and generate that post in real time. So let's kind of break this down. I just went to the execution logs because this is actually set to active here, but we received the data from Lovable. First thing we're going to do is we're actually going to input in a scraper here, their website, so that we can get some more information about them, and then take out all the text on their website so that we can generate a good post prompt here, and then generate a image prompt, create that image, and then push back the actual text and the image from our n8n instance here. And then here we go. We have essentially a post and an image, and it's a good starting point. I mean, I'm sure you could probably make it significantly better, but it is it's something that you could create really fast and obviously improve quite quickly. I want to give you 3 examples of other use cases that I think you could roll out pretty quickly here as well. So essentially, let's say you get off a phone call with a client and you want to send over a proposal. This is a custom web application that I built for my company here. And essentially we provide our portfolio. So people could actually go through and see like our DJ photo and video portfolio. They could even like images, for example, and then it's added to their photo library. So they could go through and keep a catalog of all the images that they like. They could also see the team that we have on file. They could see all different types of stuff about us. And same kind of deal. I'm just going to show one more example here, which is our planning forms, where people could essentially go ahead and plan their entire event out, where we have like a drag and drop timeline builder. And so this is the kind of stuff that would take ages to build yourself, or it would take tons of money having to hire a software engineer to kind of build this kind of stuff out. Or you could just have something like Lovable.dev develop the whole thing for you. So let's get into building this right now. Just so you guys know, every single one of the blueprints as well as the prompts and everything else is going to be 100% for free. You guys can download it in the description. And then when you're ready to import it in, you can hit these 3 dots here and then choose import from file and then import that JSON file immediately into n8n. And then it's going to be yours in a matter of a couple seconds. Let's dive into this right now. First thing is we're going to head over to lovable.dev and we are going to create an account. It's free to get started. The second thing here is that we want to be pretty careful with our prompt here. And that is because, of course, we don't actually get that many prompts. I think if we go down to the free plan down here, how much does the free plan include? It's 5 messages every single day. So we need to be super careful with the amount of prompts that we use, because otherwise we can get a paywall pretty quickly in case you guys just want to test this out and get something up and running. So what I would suggest doing is using ChatGPT to help structure the right prompt so that you get this right the first time. And so I've gone ahead and I've actually created a nice little prompt here, and I'll read it out to you guys, and then I'll paste into ChatGPT to take it one step further. So I want to build an app using lovable.dev, and the app is going to create a beautiful form submission with the following fields. And so we want to ask additional information about a company, like the industry, company name, their website, and this actually has to be a valid URL. And then the actual social media platform that they want to post to, as well as the type of post they want to generate. Is it a custom post or is it a post where they're just choosing something generic? And again, generic is like picking from a drop down here, tools, news, productivity, whereas custom is actually them going in and generating their own post here. And so we just need to add in, obviously, what it is we're building, and then just a couple more steps here. So the first thing is that when we're building this out, we actually need to connect into and out of lovable.dev. And so we have these 2 webhooks here. And webhook, the first one is to actually receive data from Lovable, and the second webhook is to send data back to Lovable. So essentially, in a nutshell, we're going to receive it, process the request over here, and then send it right back. And so we actually need to include where we're sending data from or to. So this is where lovable.dev should actually send this data on this form too, right? So we need to say, hey, send it to n8n at this particular URL right here. And this is where the data is going to be received to be able to start this workflow. So when you guys have a new scenario open, and these blueprints will be down below for free, of course, for you guys to download. But when you go ahead and get this fired up, you'll want to take your URL here and just paste it in the particular documentation. And this is also going to be in the blueprints down below for free for you guys to give it a shot as well. And so that's the first part, is like establishing, hey, where are we sending data to from Lovable to into n8n? What is the webhook URL we're sending data to? And then we just have a couple other, a bit more information here, just describing how this app works. So we're just talking about how we're going to learn more about the person by collecting information such as their website. And so we can web scrape their website, understand a bit about what their business is, what they do, what services they offer, so that we can customize these social media posts to that business, as well as their industry, company name, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to generate that social media post. We're going to send the data to n8n to use ChatGPT to create the image and the text, and then send that back into Lovable to display on the page. And so apart from that, all we need to do is just define how the data is going to be structured when we send it back. And essentially, this is how I'd recommend structuring the data to send it back. You guys can create your own structure, but I think that this is just, for this example, I just copy and paste this because this is probably the fastest and easiest way to do it. But more or less, with this response webhook, when we send data back to Lovable, we actually have to define what that data looks like, so that it knows how to essentially display that data. Because, for example, if it's looking for post and you had this as image, and when it looked for post, it doesn't exist anymore because it had image, or maybe that's a bad example, but like text, for example, if you swap out the keys or change this and you're not clear with Lovable, it's going to look for something that doesn't exist and it's going to throw an error. So you just need to be very clear on how you define that output back to Lovable in order for this to work properly. And so that's more or less it. You can define the style, the look, the feel, and all that kind of stuff. And we just want to turn this into Markdown here. So that's important, to return the prompt in a single Markdown file. So again, you can copy and paste this from the free blueprints down below, but I'm just going to go ahead and take that and then enter that into ChatGPT, and it will do the heavy lifting for me. And so the rest is pretty much good to go. So we'll go ahead and wait for this whole prompt to be created here. And it's just going to take a couple seconds to load. And we have our webhook over here. And I think, yeah, that should be good. Okay, perfect. And so we're good to go with this. I'm going to copy this over. We're going to head back into Lovable here. And I'm just going to paste the entire prompt here. And this whole process should take approximately 3 to 5 minutes to build, depending on the nature and the complexity of your particular application. And what I'll do is I'll pause the video. And then once this has been completed, then we'll return back for the rest of the development. Okay, so the web application has officially been completed, and now we have our prototype in front of us. We have the industry, company name, website URL, social media platforms, type of post, and then the post category down below. And then we can generate this post, and that's going to send the data over to our n8n scenario over here. Okay, and so essentially what I want to do at this point in time is just kind of test this out. And then once we test it together, I'll walk through more or less what's going on in these modules so that you have a good overview of how to handle that. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a shot. So I'm going to type in technology here, and I'm going to type in automatable for the company name. And then I'm going to put in my personal website here, and we'll just stick to LinkedIn generic and news. And just before generating the post, I'm going to make sure that this is actually running so that we can receive data in this webhook here. So I'll go ahead, generate the post. Let's see how this works. Okay, sweet. So the whole workflow is actually successful and it's already been generated. That's because I already pinned all of this data here, just because sometimes this can take like 30 or like a minute or two to generate. And then here we have our given post over here. And then we also have the generated image down below, which is really freaking cool. Now let's kind of go over this workflow together. So again, we're receiving data from Lovable. So when we hit this generate post button, it's going to send that data into this webhook here. And then we're going to take the URL here that we had the user submit, and then we're going to web scrape their particular website here. So we'll put in the URL here, we'll grab all the data. So if I went to my personal website here, we're pulling off everything from this particular website. If I open up the code on the right-hand side here, all of this data is being pulled in from that URL so that it just understands the company much better. And that way we can custom tailor these social media posts towards that particular company, as well as the industry they're in and all of that kind of stuff. Next, with this HTML node here, what we're doing is we're essentially just pulling out the body so that we can convert all of this data here, which is like, you can see there's tons of like CSS and there's HTML, and we're just cleaning it up a bit so that it's mostly just text with some markdown in here as well. Cool. And then past that, we're just going to generate a post for the text. So essentially we're passing in the body from the website, as well as the industry and the company name and the website and the social media platform and all the information that we've gathered, not only on their website, but also from the form submission that they held here. And then we're going to output the particular social media post right here. And we can make this hyper specific to whichever social media platform it is that we want. So we could have something different for for Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case may be. The next step here is that we want to generate a nice prompt to create that image. And this isn't like 100% necessary. You could technically skip this step if you wanted to, but if you just want a bit more control over that image and defining, how you're creating it, this could be a great way to do that. And then we use OpenAI here to actually generate the image. Now, the one thing I will note here is that I really don't like the DALL-E 3 API here. I think that the image quality is not good. I just put this in because it's just the quickest way to build out this workflow, because they have a native integration into n8n, but there's a lot of other applications that you could use. The only thing is that you'd probably have to use HTTP modules in order to actually access those particular image generators. And I just wanted to simplify this build as much as possible. And then if you do decide to build something very similar to this, you can take this as a template or a starting point and then build on top of that. And then lastly, what we're doing here is we're just taking the data and we're just structuring it properly. So we're getting the post and we're getting the image URL and we're combining it together. And more or less right here, this is just kind of important, is that we can see that if I have a couple things going on here. The first is that I have replace. So I'm just going to delete this and show you guys kind of what that looks like. If I just pull that out, we have all of these ends, and these /ends stand for character breaks or line breaks inside of text. And the problem with this is that this can screw up the JSON data here. And if you don't remove them, it's going to throw an error. And so for that reason, I did include this replace function here. And what's going on is it's just finding every single /n and it's removing them. The /g here, that just means global. So it's just pulling in every single result instead of just one, and it's removing all of them simultaneously. And we're replacing it instead with a space here. And so that more or less is it. And then we're sending that back via the response here. The only other thing I want to mention here is that you can see there's quotations here as text. We didn't end up putting it around the JSON.post. And that is because by default, the response already has these quotations on either side. The reason why it has those quotations is because we use JSON.stringify here on this, and this just converts it into text. And we are doing that just to remove any special characters like those /ns or whatever, so that it was just more readable. And so that's essentially it. It sends the response back, and then we do receive that here, and we get to see the picture and all of that kind of good stuff. So that's essentially it in a nutshell, guys, in regards to building out a custom web application. I mean, it's just crazy fast to be able to do this kind of stuff. It's insane. I mean, I just can't believe it, because I literally took years developing this for my business. And I think that this is one of the best assets you can have in a business that makes you stand out from other people, because when people see your custom web applications, they're going to think, holy crap, this company is freaking awesome. They're sick. They are obviously really professional. They have a good appearance. They send high quality information. And so for that reason, I think that this is just such an amazing tool that you can use not only in your business, but you could also sell to your clients as well. It's another value proposition that you could add to the reasons as to why they should probably go with you. Or you could sell it as a micro SaaS application where you're like, hey, if you upgrade to package B, we'll throw in X, Y, and Z. And those could be 3 different applications that you use that you build on Lovable in an hour. And so I would, I definitely think this is freaking sweet. And it's just such a good alternative to having to spend years learning to code and then years learning or actually building out the applications you want to use. So thanks guys for watching. If you want to learn more about AI and automation, I recommend taking a look at my school community here. Essentially, this is for people that want to accomplish one of two things or both things, which is first of all, making money using AI and automation. So creating an agency and selling those services online. I'm just going to refresh the page here because for whatever reason that image isn't loading. And the second group of people is for those that are operators of businesses. They already have something that works and they want to win back their time by automating up to 80% of their business. And so in these modules here, I just give away the blueprints that I spent 6 years building that automated literally 90% of my business. And I tested it on millions of dollars too. So it really worked for me, and I'm sure it would work for pretty much any service-based business that would be putting them into their business as well. And so apart from that, there's weekly calls as well in case you hit hiccups along the road or road bumps or whatever. And so this is just a great way to be able to not spend 10 hours trying to fix something and instead just get an answer immediately so that you can move on to the next task that you have to do. So thanks guys for watching. Really appreciate your time. I hope you have a lovely day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thanks and bye-bye.